Hi, everyone. I thought I'd do something a little different this time. I know I never show my face, and maybe anybody that doesn't know me would want to know who I am.
Different
I
this
also
time.
have
I know I
my,
show my face, and
we have an echo.
anybody that doesn't know me would want to know who I am. Different
I
this
also
time.
have, hold
I know
on
I
just a
show my
second.
face, and
We have an echo.
anybody that doesn't know me.
Okay, Kylie, I removed you, and come back in, make sure all your volume is off. Hi, everyone. Hold on just a second. Let me get her. I don't think she could hear me. Let me get this set up right here real quick. Make sure your volume is off on everything except for your computer. There we go. Okay. Hi and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So far today, Kylie is going to be helping us, and we have some grand plans today for a few little things, some stuff we're going to work on. So I hope you stay till the end. If you're new here, thank you for coming, and I hope that you will subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know you're new, and all that good stuff. We really are going to go across the board and do a few fun things today. So I'm going to say hello to everybody. We have, hi Uda, hi Mo, hey Julie. We have Lexi. There's Diane. Hello. Hi Candace. You're new. Thank you for coming. Hi Alice Goes Nomad. How are you? I know you from the PM Artist studio streams on Sunday. I'm really glad to have you here. Let's see. And I know we'll probably have some other people coming in. Hi, Marty. Hey, I haven't seen you in ages. I'm really glad to have you here. Let me make sure that she hasn't messaged me back, and then I will click over to my desk and we'll have a little chat and wait for her. Let's see. Make sure that she got my message. And I'll have her try again. Did you guys hear that echo, or is it just me? Was it the sound of madness? Because that happens. Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, Eddie could be in chat, but we have a Scottish special guest today. Let's let her back in.
Yeah, Eddie could be in chat, but we have a Scottish special guest today.
Okay, I hear it.
Yeah, Eddie could be in chat, but we have.
Okay, so Kylie, what I'm going to have you do is turn your volume off on, let's see. Just make sure there's volume on one device. That's it. One device. So hopefully it would be whatever you're on StreamYard on. And you might be able to go into the settings and mess with the sound a little. I'm not sure what settings are available. While we're here and kind of everyone's coming in, I want to make Mo, I know we have to do this when we are open. I want to make Mo an admin, and I don't know how to do that. Does anybody know how to do that? That puts her in timeout. It's the star. Is it the star? I'm trying to figure it out. So Mo, do you know how to do it? I'm going to go back down to the comments here. Okay, that sounds great, Kylie. Oh, let me give her I'm not sure if she can see my message. Is someone confused? Did I stumble on my words, Mo? I could have. There's a lot going on in my brain right now. Hey, Kathy, welcome. While we're here, how about a thumbs up? I know I forget to ask for them, and maybe, if I say something now. If you're watching on replay, thank you for being here as well. You guys see I've been working on this room, and I totally flipped it around. And I like how it's coming along, but I actually keep moving things, like every time I have a live stream, I discover something that's really not working. So I end up, playing Tetris, because once you move one thing, you gotta, I need that container, and this container's too small now. And, you're gonna lurk on the big screen. Thanks, Uda. Don't make me that big. Wait, I gotta hide my face. I'm thinking about cutting my hair off. This could be the last time you see it. Thanks, Julie. I'm thinking about something easy for summer. That's kind of, I go back and forth. I cut it off and then grow it back out, and cut it off and grow it back out. But I'm old enough now, and it's thinning, that it may stay short. And I just don't want my husband to be upset. You love the drawers behind me? I made those. That is a paper thing that I got. It was so exciting to find that. And then every single one of those drawers are boxes that I covered, and then I put metal handles on them. And it's something new that I've done since I flipped the room around. Oh, thanks, Uda. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking layers. I look really good with that JBF hair, and I can't say that on camera. I can't. So if you don't know what that means, that messy sort of big, it likes to do that. Hey, Trish. Hi. I have my hair up constantly, and I feel like that's another reason to cut it off. I recently just cut my hair, and I cut a whole bunch off, but I feel like if I have it up all the time, and I look completely different with my hair up, I don't look like the same person at all, I think. And I've had other people tell me that as well. So I think that having it up all the time, I might as well cut it off, because I would feel better about it, and it would be lighter. And, hey, Dana. Trish, say hello to Evie for us. Oh, yeah. No sweaty neck and hot flashes. Let's talk about those for a second. Yeah, hot flashes. Those. So, Mo, do you know how I do that? Because I'm not seeing any 3 dots that don't just put you in a timeout. And I'm wondering. We'll figure that out before the end of the stream, and let's see if we can get Kylie back in, because Kylie, are you there? There's no echo. Kylie, are you there? There is an echo. There's no echo. Kylie.
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello?
There's an echo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's an echo.
I've got everything switched off. Hello?
Are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's an echo. Darn it. I don't know how to fix it. So I don't have a way to fix her audio at all. Sorry about the lag here, guys. You can fast forward through this if you're on replay, and I'm really sorry. I just want to get her. Sorry about the lag here, guys. You can fast forward through this if you're on replay. It is still doing it. Darn it. Sorry about the lag here, guys. You can fast forward through this. Do you guys hear it? I'm curious. I wonder if I edit mic settings. Okay, I'm going to, it's on echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise. Okay, let's try that. On echo cancellation. Oh, darn. Reduce mic. Darn. Background noise. Okay. So Kylie, I don't know how to fix this for ya. Oh yeah, she's got everything off. That's the thing. And mine is on silent. They all need to be on silent, you know. Huh. Yeah, if you misunderstand what she said the first time, it just repeats. Except I chat too much and it'll be a loop of madness within minutes. Okay, tell her okay if she can't hear for me. Okay, what I'm going to do first, while we are kind of setting her up, and hopefully we'll get her in here. I know we were all so excited. I am going to switch my camera over, so bye to the face. Let's get that going. Let's look at my desk here. And there we have it. How's that, guys? Turn that light down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I have the notch book that I finished, and I know you guys saw the photos, but this is the book that we worked on last week with the notches, and I ended up tying it with this ribbon here. I used one of the flex form figures that I kind of patinaed, and I posted some photos of that. And then I've just got bits and bobs of stuff here. Can you guys see? I'm going to turn that light down just a little bit more. It feels like there's a glare. Boy, technology is not being kind today. How's that? There we go. Oh, yeah, Julie, you were traumatized, I remember. Oh, yeah, I am patient for Kylie. Hi, Diane. Okay, so what I did was I used one of my rip strips right here in the back, and I attached it. This is actually a book that I dissected, and I removed the front and back cover and made my own spine because it's the notch book, if you recall. So rip strip, good for everything. I put a ring on it, and this is an old, it's not a tie, was it a tie thing or cuff? It was a tie thing, and it had a pin on the other side. So I've got this little thing that goes through this old copper washer to close it. Got another piece here that looks like it has a patina, but that came that way. Check out how closely matched they are. And I have a stack of postcards here to add to my pockets. I did make this one this morning, and I will show you something with this in a minute. Oh, thanks, Diane. You love the stringy ring. Thank you. Stringy rings are the best. Aren't they? Kylie, remember, we are patient for you. It is totally worth it. Okay, here she is. Kylie. Hello.
Hello.
I think you got it.
Yep, I'm just trying to find chat now. So I'm
Okay.
on my desktop. I'm going to see if I can get into chat via my iPad. Sound down. So hopefully, let's see.
Okay, you take your time. Do what you need to do. I'm just sharing, the postcards and some stuff that I was working on. So this one I shared last time, and it's actually a card, but I'm going to put that in the book. And Alice, that's okay. The notch book was one that we did last time, and it's really a lot of fun. I'm going to go single screen here so you guys can see better. And this is one that I did last year that I love. One that I recently made. I found one of my marbles today. She was holding something round, and I just thought it was funny. Very funny. Can we still hear Kylie?
I think we may be there.
Okay, good. Good. I'll get through this stack, and then we'll put you back up and let you say hello to everyone in that lovely accent. I'm sure they all want to hear their name. So this one I made the other day, and it was with a masterboard that I used scraps on a long time ago, and it was nice to use it up. That's from last year. Also from last year, Thunderstruck. Embossing powder and alcohol ink from last year. This I made with Kylie. We had a date yesterday to try her equipment out. And this is one that I made. And this was from a book. It said, "Be grown up." And it had a question mark after it. That came like that. And I thought it was really fun. And this I made last week. I don't feel like this one's done. I don't like the green marker. It needs more. So let's find a home for these in our notch book, full of pockets. This is from Judy P, so I kept it. But I do want to put, I'm going to double some up. And I put belly bands with rip strips, or with the one that I sewed last time. Yeah, it's funny when we go live, Kylie, it kind of gets harder. It changes something. So I'm going to put her here. I want a green one here. So where I didn't have the pocket, because remember I folded it up and on the back there were no pockets. So that's where I put these pieces that I sat at the sewing machine and just, stitched together all the little strips. They're obviously not all going to match, but, So that one. Maybe that. There's already those in the pockets. We'll put her here with the other colorful one. There's another one of those. There's a pocket here. And actually, I think she goes opposite her right there. And I haven't put a strip here yet, but I will. Let's see. How about her here? And this needs to actually go in a pocket because it's going to be too wide to go. There we go. There we go. And then our dude that I just made right here. And that's the flip through. I went through with a stencil and I sprayed these. And then the pockets are folded up. So they're all a little bit different. And it was a lot of fun to make. I can add pages because it's tied on here and the notch is there. So I can continue to add pages if I want. I could even widen the, this part right here if I wanted to. So I'm going to set that aside. So the other things that I made with the Form Flex, I actually did a little something after I got off with Kylie yesterday. And let's put her right here and let her greet everyone.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. First of all, I hope you can hear me all. I hope I am not echoing.
It's perfect.
Good.
Hey, Estella.
So, thank you so much to Sharon for having me on as a voice, a talking guest. Unfortunately, my internet is so bad here, I cannot live stream, but great to be here. So I'm going to try and just say hello to everybody, and then I want to pick up on one of the comments, if that's okay.
Yes.
So, hello, Diane. Hello, Mo. I may say some names more than once because I'm scrolling through a separate screen here. Hello, Julie, Marty, Diane, and then my screen jumps, of course. Candice, Kathy, Jutta, Trish, Dana. Sorry if I pronounce any names wrong.
No, we love it. Don't we, guys?
Lexi, Alice, and if I've Estella. Right. I think I've seen most of them. Julie, now you said that there was a kind of question there or a statement, I'm not sure which, that you feel you're doing too much. And, you know, I'm not here to say, look at my video, but as it just so happens, I put up a video today and I said, I do so many things. I jump from this to that to the next thing. And, you know, that is actually, that's not a bad thing to do, because sometimes each day we feel like doing something different. So it is
Yes.
quite good. But sometimes it feels like you're never actually completing something. So today, the video put up, I was kind of saying, I need to bring some focus to a few of these things. So, you know, I'm just going to kind of try and focus in on a couple of things and take a couple of things to conclusion. But, you know, having a wide range of things to do is not a bad thing. So
No, it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Hey, Anina. Welcome.
Hi, Anina.
I think that I limit my projects, and I might be doing some little things that are not like what I have on my desk here. They were just some little things that I sat down and did after we talked yesterday. They're not finished projects. They're just something I wanted to play with a little bit for future projects, and that's okay. But as far as big projects go, I only allow myself a few at a time.
Sure.
I try to keep it down to like 3, because I ADHD sometimes get overwhelmed, and I think we all can feel that way. But there's, you know, a different project for different moods, definitely.
I think that's right. And, you know, you see something on YouTube and you get caught up in it and you think, I need to try that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I have to do it now, today. And you start it, and
so you don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. And but you know, don't worry about putting things to the side and going back to them. I do that all the time. But
Yes.
sometimes when there's too many on the go, just focus on one thing or a couple of things and just try and bring them to a conclusion, because you do get satisfaction from bringing things to a conclusion as well.
You do. Yeah. Yes, Diane. Diane said she gets overwhelmed and just goes in circles, accomplishing nothing.
Yep.
I have days like that. I have whole
Yep.
days like that. And it means chores. It means housework stuff. Everything I'm doing, I feel like I got nothing done. And the day went by like that. And suddenly my husband's home and I have to feed him, you know. But
Yep.
I think if I don't make a list, that happens every day.
Yep.
Making a list is very important with me, or for me, when I have my coffee in the morning. And that's what I do. I want to say, okay, these are the things that I need to accomplish today
Yep.
or finish, you know. And I do want to try everything.
Yep.
Everything. I want to try it all.
Mhm.
That's, you know, part of being a mixed media artist. I think we all have that in common. That's why we're all here, isn't it?
Mhm.
Together. So, yeah. I think we'll all have to go watch Kylie's video and get the highlights from that. Or she just gave you the highlights from that. I'd like to see the rest of it. Yeah. So Candace is in the process of gathering stuff, started gel printing, but got obsessed with what to do with them. So I can't decide. Candace, I use my gel prints for almost everything. And that was something that I'm a, but what do you do with it sort of big project girl. And you will find that here. That's what we do, right, guys? We take those gel prints and find a way to use them, mixing them with other things. And I think it's very satisfying to sit in gel print, which is something I want to discuss as well a little later. But it's important to me to find a way to use them and not just have paper stacking up. I like that. I feel like it's an unfinished project if I just have a tub of papers that I did. Yeah.
It's nice to have them kind of in stock, so to speak.
Right.
So
I'm getting low myself.
Yeah,
So
if you need to draw on them, it's good that they're there. But by the same token, if they just keep building up and up and up, then they're
right.
serving no purpose. So yeah, you got to then say, right, how am I going to use these?
Right. Right. And that is what I do. I'm always coming up with new fun ways to use my gel
You
prints.
certainly do.
And I like to share that with all of you. And
Hmm.
so I'm glad you're here. And let's touch on that real quick. We are going to take a little break before we do. I think we're going to do an altered book next. We did our postcard book. We've been working on postcards, but I think the altered book is coming next. And in the middle for the next month, I think we're going to gel print because I'm getting low on them and I have some stencils coming out. So I think it will be nice to do some live streams and gel printing and maybe some extra grungy grungy gel prints, because that's what I do anyway. That's what I do with them at the end. I mean, I grunge them up, but I want to start with grungier gel prints and what looks like chipped paint, patina, rust. I would like to focus on some of that this month, and I hope that you guys will come and play with me and we can do that together. So, because it's a new month.
So some of the folks are talking about how we organize our things, and
Right.
I think that's a great point. We all try and organize, and then you start a project, and Sharon and I were talking about this yesterday. You organize, you start a project, and then that organization goes out the window, and it's yeah. I honestly don't think there's an answer to that. Keep things in piles, keep them in boxes.
Zones.
Whatever work.
Zones are
Yeah,
important.
zones. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And not everybody has a lot of room, and I don't have a huge space, but yeah, we just have to try. I mean, I think I said to Sharon yesterday, it was like a storm had blown through. Well, or maybe it was Lisa when I was talking to her a couple of days ago. It's like a storm has blown through my entire house at times. The
Mine
art's
too.
it's
Yeah. Hey, Tracy.
everywhere. Yeah.
Tracy just joined us.
Hi, Tracy.
So yeah, I think we're going to take a small project break and do some gel printing so that I can make a new stack to play with, basically.
Fab.
And that should be fun, and find new ways to make different finishes, background finishes. Play with all of our different mediums, put them together, yeah, so that'll be fun. I have too many hobbies too, and then I feel like I get piles all over the house because I'm like working on this and then I'm exhausted or I don't feel good and I can't finish it. And tomorrow I already have an appointment and some other things going on. So that pile is sitting there now. And that thing I tried to rearrange, Uh-oh. Are you guys seeing me still? Because something just happened. Oh, there we go. I think I have the keyboard on my
No,
at my
you're fine, Sharon.
Okay. The keyboard's on my feet and I bumped a button with my toe because I have a wireless keyboard and I have no shoes on, How often does that happen? Okay, so I'm going to go full screen and show you what I did yesterday because this was kind of fun, actually. I saw something on Pinterest and I don't know who did it. So let me go full screen. Okay, so what they had done was taken something. It could have been clear embossing powder. It could have been, I used glossy accents. I took one of my oldest book pages and I pulled out and did some mark making. And I think I would do the back, but they had made earrings out of these old book pages. And of course, I could burn the edges and get the rest of that paper off the edge after I do the back and let it dry. And what a cool dangle that would make, seriously, or a closure, that's fun, right? Hi, Lisa. She's in Scotland right now. Wouldn't we all like to have crawled in her suitcase?
Hi, Lisa.
So you guys saw these. I shared photos of these, and this is that Formflex compound. I painted this one yesterday, but it's bendy. So we can bend it around projects, you know, like we can do some cool 3D bits with these, and I can't wait to use them. But in the meantime, I decided I was going to put some, you guys see that? It's a grungy book page that I had cut out with a die. And I did it a long time ago, and it was just hanging around. So yesterday I actually glued it to this with a glue stick, put this on here, and then filled in these little spaces. And I don't know if you can see the texture with this to put on book covers and stuff. I mean, that's a great, you know, I can change this shape if I want. I could put it in a frame. It could be one of the magnets that I make, or a piece of jewelry. I think that's really fun. So like this one, I filled in these pieces. So it's like stained glass, and I can take this border off and use it on something. I just thought that was pretty cool. This one, I would rip the rest of this border off. Burning it, I think, would be the best option because it would darken the edges. I just thought this was a fun way to use these. And this frame's been in my room for ages. It's a die cut, embossed frame that I had made. And this is completely covered with the, hey, Eddie. Eddie made it. We were just talking about you. Right, Kylie? Are you there?
Yep, I am here. I said hi to both Eddie and Lisa in the chat. Yeah.
All right. So I thought this was fun. I went ahead and drew out some other shapes here because I thought, well, if I can do that, you know how they're sewing the paper and then they're ripping away pieces? This actually can create that sort of effect. If you use your, now see, I just tore it. If you use your glossy accents on the old book paper, and then maybe we could soak it in water and get rid of the pieces that don't have the glossy accents, that would make a really cool way to use your book pages and embellishment, you know, to go under something else or whatever, you know. So that was just a thought I had. I thought it was pretty exciting. This is like $3 on Amazon. So Julie said, I still feel amazed at how differently I see everything with the potential mark making mixed media awesomeness. It is good, isn't it? Like everything we can make everything we see, and I love it, you know, but that's how we get overwhelmed. Okay. So don't forget to stick around because we're going to be playing a game at the end. And I am going to let Kylie take over chat here pretty quick so that we can play. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this was the other thought I had, and I put this on my list. I had, and you saw the guy. I don't know where I put him. I should have left him out. What was I thinking? Oh, please. Seriously. Did he run away?
Just like a guy. Runs away.
Runs away. Sorry, Eddie.
Not Eddie, though.
That's okay, Alice. That's all right. So these are something that I did a long time ago. I had sprayed these with, you know, oxide spray and stenciled on some of them. And I always have like these on a clip kind of hanging nearby so I can use them.
Eddie says they call me the bolter.
That's funny. So what I did here, because these have been hanging there forever and I hadn't used them yet. And I thought, well, why am I not using that like a frame? And taking some of my things that I have that are maybe too small, like this, and creating these giant stickers out of the labels. And then when I'm ready, I can just stick it down and I've got, you know, half of what I'm working on done already. You see that? And these are out of that old book. So like these are very small, or you get the little sticker books that are tiny. Those would be great to put on here. And then you can add these to any project. They could go on a rip strip. They could go on a book cover or a card or whatever, you know, but framing them actually makes them larger. So it makes them more impactful. I think that's a winner, don't you? Maybe I add, well, I think this goes on here actually. So that was just a thought. You don't know how to private message, for instance, a recent post of mine with a friend leaves. Oh, yeah, I should bring some garden stuff in while it's beautiful outside for gel printing this month. I should. So do you guys like that idea? Like to use these, to use your labels, you know, gel print on them, do whatever to them, and then make them into these gorgeous mixed media stickers for your projects. Oh, yes, please. That's nice, Kylie. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up button. I'm glad you're here. I know I'm talking fast, but that's what I do. It's just who I am at this point in my life. You guys ready to play a game? Do you all agree that gel printing is probably the way to go this month? Is that okay with everyone? And then we'll work on our altered book. What you think?
Yep. Go for it, Sharon.
Yeah. All right. And I still have that new gel plate that I haven't taken out of the package because I was waiting until I got this room done. And I feel like it's never going to get done. So thanks, Eddie. I just found this and it matches. So it's going to go here on here. So with the game, we're going to play with the Wild Abandon jar. Sound good, guys? And we're going to make another postcard because we are inching our way to 920. And at 920, we are going to organize a swap, a postcard swap, which is something that I never do. But I feel like it's appropriate to do a crazy postcard together. And then I'm going to do a giveaway. So I've got some stuff to give away. So let me put this on your pin in my mouth. All right. So who wants to play a game? Raise your hand. And Kylie.
Mm-hmm.
Julie says she loves your accent.
I know. I was just saying, she's so kind. I mean, it's one of these things, you know, when I hear myself talking, I go, well, it's cringe, you know, cringe, cringe, cringe. But, you know, I do appreciate everyone that says that they like my accent.
I love hearing you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's funny hearing myself on camera, on video. Yeah.
You know, I never watch back my live streams because of that. And I end up like picking myself apart because I think.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I only have to sometimes watch mine's back because I have to edit. Like the video I put up today, I had to edit a lot of it out because
that drives me crazy too.
So much. And it was like, yabba, 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 cut. But yeah, so I kind of have to listen to myself.
Yeah, well, I would rather listen to yours than mine when I'm editing because maybe we should just trade, you know, we'll just trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to play an easy game. You say you're not good at games, Alice. There is no winner in this game. This is just something fun we're going to do today because we have such a fun guest. And I know she's not on camera, but she's going to keep a hold of chat, and I'm going to get a little lost probably here. And we are going to make one of our crazy postcards from the edge. How's that sound? And I don't think anybody's voice is cringeworthy. I think we all think that our own voice is. That's normal. So
I mean, I think there's something that when people hear us, it's different to what we hear ourselves.
yeah,
And
yeah, it does
there's
sound
probably
different.
some
Yeah,
kind of medical term for that. So, you know, we hear
we hear
ourselves
it
differently.
different.
Yeah,
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 it's like in
yeah,
our brain. I
yeah,
think we're hearing ourselves
absolutely.
differently.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember in the 80s we had to like make a
No,
voicemail
I don't
recording?
remember the 80s. I'm too young for that.
Okay, maybe it was the 90s. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
We had to make a voicemail or a recording on a device next to the phone that had a cord in the house, to get our messages, or an
Yep.
answering
Oh
machine.
my goodness,
So
yes.
do you remember the first time you had to do that?
Yep.
Oh, I was like, I don't sound like that.
I
What
think
is
I
that?
recorded it. I think I recorded it 200 times.
Yeah, like yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I think that was the first time I realized I don't sound like that. Diane said she sounds like a total snub, but she's
Oh,
not. I'm a pass the kind of paper towel
pass,
roll for napkins
pass,
kind of person.
yeah, pass the paper towel.
Um, that's so funny. I can't stand my laugh. If I watch my live streams back, that's what I'm picking apart. It's how fast I talk, my ADHD, because I'm like a squirrel, and because I get excited. I can't help it. It's just who I am. I just get excited.
And
Um,
you know, Sharon, I think when we were chatting yesterday, I said, you just be you, and we should all just be ourselves. You
oh
know,
yeah,
we all come from different places in the world, and you know, we should appreciate each other for what we are, and we should appreciate ourselves for what we are. We come from different places, different cultures, different backgrounds,
absolutely.
different accents, all of that, and you know, it's all to be celebrated.
We're all beautiful spirits. That's what we are. Oh,
Absolutely.
thanks, Eddie. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You do. You have a lovely laugh.
That's the thing that I notice, and I'm like, ugh, and I cringe every time I hear my laugh.
You
Because
shouldn't.
and somebody said I laugh a lot too, and
Well,
I didn't
that's good.
even
That's not a bad
realize.
thing.
No,
That's
it's
a good
probably not a
thing.
bad thing. No.
No, that's a good thing.
And and I'm always cracking jokes. Sometimes I have to remind my husband that I'm funny. Remember, I'm hilarious. He doesn't laugh like I do. I mean, he's like the Debbie Downer and I'm the one that brings him back up, and that's always been the dynamic of our relationship. So
Mm.
I have to remind him things are good. He's a half empty. I'm a half full.
Mm,
You know,
mm, mhm. Yeah, Juta, sorry, I may not have that pronunciation right. Juta.
Uta, yeah.
Uh, you say I use my art group voice on the recorder, very slow and proper, so silly.
I wish I could
Yeah,
do that.
I mean, I think sometimes we all do that, where we fall into the kind of, as we would say, the telephone voice, where we
My
try to be
brain is unable
very proper, and then every so often we just fall into our, whatever our
into the
accents are.
sailor.
It is, yeah. It's just we are what we are. So
Yeah. Um, yeah, that is true. And
yes,
I have a
Alice,
hard time.
we do have to speak clearly.
We
Yeah,
do, and my
yeah,
brain. If I tell myself to talk less and slow down, my brain cannot. I mean, I will remember to do that for 1 minute,
yeah.
because my brain is a squirrel. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also why I'm extra creative, and that's how I come up with all these weird projects. And it's my brain is boo 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 all the time, like little laser beams in there.
Yep, yep. Totally get that.
Oh, Lisa says she gets the side eye when she laughs too much. Oh, how funny. Oh, we all think inappropriate thoughts. I said earlier that I really like having that JBF hair, and if no one knows what that is, then I can't explain it because we're on camera. That's the narration in my brain. That's how it works. So that's the kind of stuff that's in there. Eddie, you know what that is, right? I look great with messy hair. I always have been. And I was the first one that went and got that thing where her hair flipped out, because my hair loves to do that. And lots of product and make it giant. And, 80s hair was good for me. So, okay. So the game, are you guys ready? Okay. Everybody get a piece of substrate of any kind. If you want to start with white, start with white. If you want to start with, just a piece of chipboard or recycling or whatever you've got, I've got this box that I'm going to choose from here. And I today am going to start with white. And I'm going to cover every inch of it because I don't keep the white. But that'll be my goal. So this is actually a card that I am going to, it's yellow on this side. I'm going to trim it. That's what I'm going to do. So I may go with a small postcard this time, and there is no rule about the size of your postcard at all. You can make your postcard, just make sure it's rectangle and it fits in a card envelope. That would be the rule. That's it. That's all there is. And we're going to do a crazy one together. Okay? So let me see. I'm looking for my blade and I can't seem to find it. Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay. My husband comes in. His drawing room is right next to my art room. And he comes in and steals my stuff. Things like this, my hot glue gun. Yesterday it was my my super adhesive, my E6 stuff. So sometimes he doesn't put it back in the same place, or I can't find it at all. Hey, I was also going to share this with you. Look what I found on our trip 2 weeks ago. This is sand. It was in the mountains. This is a golden color and this is a rust color. You guys see that? I can't wait to play with this. And I've got it here next to the sand from Tracy that is white. And I have the iron sand. So I can't wait to put this in some paint or sprinkle it on some projects and get some good stuff going. This was on the top of a mountain and we don't know why. We were trying to figure it out. Yeah, you don't have to make something. You can just watch. That's okay. And if you want to write the prompts down, you can go ahead and, make it later and post a picture, share with us, or don't share, or whatever. It's just, let's stretch, get out of our comfort zone a little bit.
Eddie is saying, don't get those mixed up with your spices. And that's so right.
Oh.
You look like spices.
They do. But look at that color.
I know. So earthy.
Yeah. Bill was like, somebody came and dumped that. And then every peak, every hilltop that we stopped at had the same stuff. And we were trying to figure out, why is this here? This is not typical. And we were on a mountain, we were on foothills, but we were up high. There was no reason at all. So, okay. Let's see. I'm going to draw 3 things out of our wild abandon jar. And because this is a mixed media jar, some of the things in here are 3D. So I may have to pick another if necessary. But let's see. So I've got one here. I'm not looking at them. One there. Oh, one fell out. Okay. So I'm going to play a little game here. So you're going to want to write these down. Oh, stitches. Now you can get as crazy as you want with these. Just make sure that your postcard is relatively flat. So not a lot of texture. You could actually do some stitches around the edge of it if you want, or you could draw them on or whatever. Collage. That's easy. And number three doesn't have anything. That's a wild card. Hey, Anne. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Maybe a rock was struck by lightning. Well, it was on every peak. So it was all over that area. And it was, 30 miles from the ocean, but up high, Okay, so the last thing, orange. That's a color we don't use enough. I mean, I use rust, but orange, collage. And
my favorite color.
Is it?
Yep.
I think a golden yellow is mine for
well,
art.
Anything in that kind of orange, rust, gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I use those all the time. So what I'll do, because you guys know I gravitate to the rust, I will use a proper orange this time to stretch out of my comfort zone. How's that sound? So do you guys want to write those down? Orange, stitches, and collage. That's what we'll do. So I think the first thing, I'm going to use something that I don't use very often. And I'm going to tell myself to do that before I pick anything out. I've got these here, and I know I have an orange in here. I have the right persimmon is almost orange. Let's see. Ugh, I can't believe I have pink. Come on. So there we go. I'm going to use some spiced marmalade because I don't think I've ever used that, and I've never used the dried marigold. I bought them in bulk, some of them used. There was a point where I wanted all the colors, and I was using them a lot, but that will be a goal. If this looks too pink, I won't use it. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, okay. So collage, I got to do that first. Let's get some crap out, shall we? Oh, I dropped something I think I should use. Hold on. Okay. So blue and orange go so well together. And this napkin just floated off of here. I just pulled these off my cart. And maybe I will use some blue things on here with the orange. It's funny. I always feel like I have to fill up every quiet moment with words. And I'm sorry I do that to you guys. I know it's okay to be quiet for a minute and work, right? Give me permission now. This is
you
a
have
nice
permission, Sharon. You don't have to speak all the time, but people like to hear you talk.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hear it all day, so and I even talk to my animals, so
Oh, I do too. I talk to the birds.
Do you have birds inside?
Inside, did you say?
Yeah, or just outside?
No. Outside, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have a particular blackbird just now that as soon as I walk out the door, he is there. He is a very hardworking blackbird.
Aww.
And if I don't see him, I whistle. And when I whistle, he knows I'm going to put food out. So, yeah. I love my wild birds. It's, yeah.
I do too. I have all of those as well. I feed squirrels, and we have some new baby squirrels that have been coming around.
Oh.
And I feed the squirrels and the birds. Every time I go outside, we have stellar jays that yell at me from the tree in the yard.
Yep.
And I mean, they yell at me for peanuts. And last year they were actually coming close for the peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get them trained, but the stellar jays are so, they're so skittish. We also have some doves that are very skittish. And there's some more orange there too. Okay, so I just went through this little bin that I've got sitting here, and I'll leave this one on my desk. Yeah, I love to feed the wildlife. I'm gonna have build me a bird feeding station. in the next few weeks. He knows it too. I told him. He knows it. Oh.
Thank you, Anne.
Normally we go ahead and pick that focal point first, but because I have prompts, I didn't do that. I decided, you know, I'm going to pick some backgroundy stuff and then I'll decide what my focal point will be. So I've got some things here that I may use. Hey guys, I have some stencils coming out this month. I'm excited. I'll have to wait for a preview. All right. So we know we want to use an orange label, and I may use them all. We'll see. Just print it on here. And I'm thinking, how do I want to use this? Maybe with a stencil on this. I wish my substrate was bigger now because I've got all these cool things out. Let's get a bigger one out. This is a piece of packaging. Maybe I could use that, or nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want a big one. No, no, no. I like a postcard because of the shape and the general size. They're pretty conveniently sized. There's a blue piece of cardstock I can use. Do you guys change your mind all the time? Like I do? You guys see me do it all the time. Oh, Diane, I let them bury their peanuts all over my yard. We probably have 1,000 peanuts buried out there from last year. And I have named my favorite squirrel that comes and eats from my hand. Her name is Poppy. And I've talked about Poppy with you guys. Some of you know her. And she actually waits for me to come out and feed her on the table on the feeder I made her. That's got, do you guys remember the hop where I made the vase? And it's tall and skinny, so other things like the Stellar Jays can't get in it. She puts her little back feet on it and gets her head down in it to get her stuff out. But it has the Virgin Mary with her face. Do you guys remember that thing I made? And the roses and the gems, and well, she loves it. And every time I go outside, I throw a few more peanuts in there to get the new ones to come back. It's quartz that is formed from sand and lightning. Found a great article. Oh, you looked it up. Interesting. From eroding the mountains. Oh, that's cool. I like to know weird stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Some people wouldn't want them to mess up their garden, I think. Okay, so I'm going to kind of cover this up. Let's put these over here so I don't forget what my prompts are.
Sharon, you were just saying there about changing your mind about doing particular things.
Everything.
And I think that's actually quite an important thing to show on camera. And, you know,
It
people
is.
have said this to me before, that it's good that we show that we actually change our minds as we're going along, because we all do that. You know, you look at something and you think, that's not quite right. And you know, I'm always an advocate of just get it down. But for the same token, I'm sometimes saying, no, hang on a minute, this doesn't feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to put it there. So, you know, it's part of the artistic process just to stop, to look, to assess and say, no, that's not quite right. I'm going to move it a little bit.
Exactly. I think it's okay. I would prefer to show my flaws for all of you to see.
It's not a flaw. It's just part of the process.
Well, yeah, but I'm not trying to share, you know, perfection from A to Z.
No,
none of us are like that. We are not.
There is no perfection in art.
Yeah. So I think that it is important so that we all know that we're the same. You know, we all go through that.
Absolutely.
All right. So Lisa, did I ask you earlier how Scotland is? when you popped in? Do you guys, Kylie, do you want to say what happened?
Oh, well, Lisa, do you want me to say what happened? Well, I'm going to say, I was going to leave it for Lisa to say, but yeah, I got the chance to meet up with Lisa, which was, I can't put it into words. It was just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and I loved it so much. Lisa is an absolutely amazing person. She is just so, there's not a word. I want to say sweet, but it's not the word to describe it. So I it was a few hours, and I am still on a high from having met with Lisa.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm really glad you guys got to meet. It's just amazing. So maybe I will turn my postcard this way, which is allowed, you guys. It is so cool that you guys got to meet, and I wish I could have gone to tea with you.
Yep.
They got to have tea. Lisa's on a conference.
And we had a wee bit of haggis.
I can't believe Lisa ate haggis. Lisa. Lisa. It's not even. Oh, it's smaller. That's why. That's okay. I'll go to one side. Okay. I wanted this because you guys know I often put, like that sort of Virgin Mary rays out of the heads of things. I can't help myself. It's just a thing. It's a thing I do. I don't think I'm going to use that. And I decided the napkin was too turquoise. Maybe that. So right now, I haven't picked a focal point yet, and I know I'm breaking my own rules here because I want to get the collage down first, and then I'll decide. Usually I reach for that focal point right away, so I know what I want to look at. I'm going to put a little bit of that right there. So are you doing it too, Kylie?
Kinda.
Kinda? What is kinda?
Well, I was so fixated on turning down sound on this, turning on sound on that.
Yeah.
I kind of got lost in the technology process. So, but
I'm sorry.
I will be there. No, you don't have to be sorry.
Our test worked yesterday, but it's not the same when we go live.
It did, and yeah. So, but I will be following along. What I don't do today, I will do tomorrow.
Well, it'd be nice to see how everybody uses their 3 prompts differently, because we are all different, yet somehow the same.
And what, if you're going to have a kind of swap thing, then I am very much a part of that.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you guys hear that?
I just want to say here now, Sharon and Lisa, who joins in with this live stream normally, but can't, because she's in this wonderful place called Scotland just now.
Yes.
She's in the heart of the universe, really, but that's okay. That's another thing. So, I'm not biased or anything, but she's in the heart of the universe. But Sharon has, and Lisa started on YouTube recently, and that's fantastic. I've been catching up with her videos. Sharon's been on here, and she's an amazing artist. I'm really going to go out and say this. She should have way more subscribers than she has just now. So you know, I'm going to say to every one of you that's watching, get out there and support her channel. Tell other people about it, because the stuff she creates it's
You're
it's
so sweet.
amazing. You
You're
know,
so
our
sweet.
shipwreck bottles and all that kind of stuff. It's wonderful. And I can't quite remember how I met Sharon. It must have been through something online. And I thought,
Yeah,
how did I not meet her before? Because we're of a like mind
we are. Yeah.
in so many ways. And it's the same with Lisa, you know, and, you know, yeah, it's just,
And we are doing a collaboration together. We started at the
we,
beginning of
we,
the year.
we
We also have
are,
Peg
we
from Two
are.
on the Rose. Kylie just picked
Yeah.
her prompt, and we're challenging each other. If you
And
guys haven't seen the first round and Kylie's newest video about that, you should go see it.
absolutely. And it's a nice collaboration because it's as Sharon
Easy
put it, it's a no
pressure.
pressure collaboration.
Yeah.
So, you know, she came up with the first prompt, and it was a while later before I did mine, and Peg at Two Old Crows did hers, and then I came up with the next one, and you know, Sharon and then Peg will do theirs, and then
And we
Peg
are
will
finished with
come
our
up with the next
projects.
one.
We just
Yeah,
haven't edited our videos yet.
yeah, and
They
you
would be
know,
up.
it's yeah.
Oh, this was on my desk. It fell out of something I was doing there. And it says, celebrate your successes and failures. Both require great courage. So I'm going to stick this on here. And I'd like to say thank you for saying all that, Kylie. That was really, really sweet.
Oh, that's
And I love
okay.
working with you. We are of a like mind, and yet we have our own unique perspective. And I really like that. So, okay, I'm going to stick this on here. And I think we met at PM Artist Studio. But I had been watching
I
you
think, yeah,
already for
I
a long
think
time.
we did. I think
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
But you know, there's so much on YouTube now, and it was
There is.
funny today. I logged on at one point, and I was getting stuff from people from 5, 6 years ago. People I'd never heard of, and I thought, why is this coming up? You know, and you know, no one understands the
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
algorithm, or if they do, within, well, gosh, what can I say? And you know what you do, Sharon. You have a great style, and I'm not
Oh,
just saying this because I'm on here. You really do. You have a great style, and
thank you. I try to
I'm
have a
going to
unique
gush. No,
perspective.
I'm trying not to gush, but you know, you
You're
have
going
a
to make
great
me
style.
gush.
No, you have a great style, and
Thank
it
you.
should be more widely appreciated. So, you know, everyone on here, please, please, please try and let your friends know to come and watch
Oh,
Sharon.
that's so
It's not
sweet.
about me being on here, it's about watching Sharon, because the stuff she does is great.
Well, I appreciate you saying all that. I do. And wow, what an honor to hear that you know, when people like what I do, I always, while I'm doing things, I always say, is this too weird, as I'm doing it when I'm alone. And that's part of part of my process every single time. Hey, Diane, messy palette, Diane. So I'm going to put that right there because it kind of goes with the whole thing. And while I speak, and do that with a brush right here. Let's see what's on here. All right. It's inaugural orange here. Never used it. So when I'm making things, I do literally say, is this too weird? Often. And then I will talk to myself and say, you know what, just do it. Of course it's weird. You're weird. You know? So I have to, and I do talk myself out of things if you know, if I go too far. But I just like to have a different perspective myself, and my brain is a little twisty. And I am sharing a little bit of my soul and a piece of my brain every time I make something. So that's why it's so hard for me to get rid of stuff, like to sell my art. It's a piece of my soul. They're like my children, you know. It doesn't look very orange, but I'm pretty sure my brush was dirty. Let's see what's on here.
But it goes so well.
It does. It does. It worked out. But I might be able to, let's use a different one. I'll have to clean every brush. I did take these downstairs and clean them recently. It's cool to be weird.
Anne says that she loves the green fingernails.
Oh, thanks. I painted them the other day because it's pretty rare. I broke this one yesterday. It's pretty rare for me to not have like 3 broken nails. It worked out. I used to have them painted all the time.
And Mo says it's cool to be weird. Well, we're all
weird. We're the cool kids. We are.
We are.
We are also mixed media artists, and artists have license to be weird. We do. I'm not even going to try that one. It's a little bit too peachy. We have all the license to be weird. So
yep.
I think that's great. But when I'm doing like an assemblage, that's when I'm really questioning myself. And I'll even go to my husband sometimes and say, is this too weird? You know? And he is one of those even people. Like I put 3 pictures on the walls. He wants to put 2, you know, he doesn't put anything on the walls. That's not him. It's my job, but you know what I mean? So he is a linear person, and I am so asymmetrical in everything that I do. And it's because I only use the one side, the art side of my brain, I think. So it makes me lopsided in my head. You know, everything must be crooked. And I forgot what my point was. Oh, so when I go to him, he's my litmus strip. And I'll say, is this too weird? And he really gets what I do. Even though it's not something he would make, because his would be, he's like an engineer. His would be so precise, and mine is so rusty and messy, and, you know, I'm the absolute opposite. But he will, when I get done with a project, I show it to him, and he will hold it up. And once he even said, this is going to be worth $1 million someday. And that was like the coolest thing ever. Like he will stop and stare at the things I make. And it is such a compliment, and it feels so good for me when he does that, because, you know, he's the opposite in style. You know, he's my litmus strip. So I'm not going to use this one. I was going to, but I'm not. Now I'm going to find a focal point that's about that size. I want a head. That's what I want. A head. So I'm going to let you chat for a minute there, Kylie, while I look for one, because I've got to grab a box real quick.
Diane, I totally know what you're getting at. Not that I have a son that arranges ornaments or garden ornaments in order, but yeah, there's something about you just have to tweak something a side away, or this one a side away. And I don't know why, but I'm sitting here moving ornaments in my hand. And yeah, you just know what's right and what's not right. So yeah, just keep on doing what you're doing.
Truth.
But don't tell them that they've got it wrong.
I saw something about, why is my nail polish bubbling? What? I'm trying to act like a regular. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. And it's funny. A lot of men are like that. And Bill really should have been an engineer, and he does do a technical job. He builds police cars, for anybody that doesn't know that. And he is the shop manager and does, you know, all this meticulous wiring. And that's where his brain is good. Mine is good when there isn't a solution. Math and science, there's an answer. I didn't like those. I liked the writing and the, when there isn't one solution, it is good for my brain. So, okay. Ooh, I've got this. You know what this is from? Mushroom gummies.
That is so amazing. What was that from?
It is a package because psychedelic mushrooms are now legal here in the state of Washington, and they're selling them at stores, they're overpriced. But I was wanting to microdose for depression, and because I'm on so many meds. So Bill brought that home, and they didn't do anything. They really didn't.
I'm sorry. I would buy that just for the packaging.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know that he was really buying me a really cool package. So. Oh, and like geometry, because she could see a use for it. Yeah. I mean, there's a use, but I like things that have more than one answer. That is just that activates the right side of my brain that I need. Yep. Okay. So I can't figure out where these are put together. Oh, right there. All right. Look how gorgeous she is.
So Mo said Alice mentioned a wild card. I will start that again. Mo said Alice mentioned a wild card earlier. Did Sharon mean to include one? So I think you did mention a wild card.
Well, this slip fell out and it doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah.
And I actually have some that say wild in there.
So you included, yeah.
Sure. You guys can make it anything you want.
Include a wild card, yeah.
Or do you want me to come up with a wild card so that you're still stretching out of your comfort zone? Because if you come up with it, you're going to come up with something that you would use normally. Or that you would think to grab already. So I'm going to cut her out. Gosh, I didn't even realize she does this. Look at that, guys. Wow. And I love that it says lucid. It says lucid journeys. Wow. Okay. So, there's a circle behind her. But I need to make her smaller so she fits. By the way, I'm growing them now and I won't say again if you caught it. They haven't sprouted yet, but just for microdosing and hopefully to get off some of the medications that they make me take. So I can't see the line now.
So Anne said that her husband used to fold his dirty laundry before putting it in the hamper.
Why? He's OCD, isn't he?
But you know, I would say
Great.
That's okay if he wanted to, and
yeah,
you don't need to understand it. Just stick it in the. Just stick it in the machine.
That is hilarious, though. Okay, so I'm going to make some hard choices here. Yeah. So I cut the word off. I think I'm going to go ahead and go at the earrings.
Wow, that is looking amazing, Sharon.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
That is amazing.
I love, and I often use things like this. I even have a stencil that has that.
Yep. She's radiating.
She is. So I'm going to cut out her ear. It might be a man. I'm not really sure. It looks like a woman to me. It looks like a god.
But she, he, or whatever. I don't
Whatever
mind.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind.
It's the psychedelic mushroom god. That's what it is.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to leave the earring out on this side so we get some of that. So I'm just, hard choices here. I'm going to have Bill go buy some more of these for $75 so that I can have another package. I think it was $25 actually. I hope I didn't offend anybody with all of that chatter there.
No, we've got some interesting things going on in chat
Oh,
about
good.
laundry.
Good. There's a lot of people doing that now in the state of Washington. They have doctors administering also, and they're legal to grow now.
I mean, like folding things to go on a chair robe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. You know, a chair in the corner of the room becomes a chair robe. So yeah.
Yeah. Don't we all have one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we do.
On a floor robe. I try not to keep things on the floor for one reason and one reason only. The spiders go there.
Oh.
And if I leave something, so here's the thing that people might not know about me. I live in a very old cottage, and at certain times of the year, spiders come in. And if you leave something on the floor, a spider will make its way into it. And you pick it up the next day, and you got a spider. So yeah, I try not to leave things on the floor because the spiders will be in there.
Can't
And
they
I don't
get
mind
into
them.
your drawers too?
No, they don't go into the drawers. They live in the corners of my room, and I live with that. I don't put them out. The only time I will put them out is if they go onto the floor or they, suddenly appear. I will try and capture them and put them out, but otherwise I leave them. But yeah, leave something on the floor, pick it up the next day, and there will be a spider in it.
I tell my husband that I am so rock and roll, I dry off with baby spiders. That happened once. There was a spider in the bathroom, and it was in my old house. There was a lot of spiders. We don't really have any in this one. I don't know why. It's very rare to find one, and it's an old farmhouse, but they're just not here. I think somebody sprayed at one point. But anyway, I pulled my towel down, drying off, and I looked down, and I'm covered with baby spiders. Covered in baby spiders. I am that rock and roll. I am dries off with baby spiders rock and roll. And I often will find, like, I'll have a bubble bath and just find one leg floating around. And then I have to get out of the bath. Like I just sat down, and suddenly I am getting out of that bath looking for the rest of that spider that's really upset that he lost a leg. I'm sure.
I mean, I honestly don't mind them, and others would hate them, but I'm okay with them. If they come onto the floor, then I'll try and catch them more than anything because I don't want to stand on them, and I'll put them out. But if they sit in the corner of the bedroom, that's fine. They can be there. I did actually read a thing. I had this dream one night, so I'm going kind of deep now. I had this dream one night, and I was kind of it almost felt like a hallucination. I was seeing these spiders, big spiders across the wall. No alcohol involved. And
those kind are not allowed, big ones.
No, I looked up the next day, and it actually said that it was connected to creativity. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's okay. Because one time I also dreamt about a raccoon. Now, we don't have raccoons in Scotland.
Really?
And no.
We have one in our driveway usually.
Really? Oh my goodness. I'd love to see one. Well, we don't have raccoons here. There's no raccoons
I would love to feed
the UK. And I thought, why am I dreaming about raccoons? And I looked it up, and it's to do with creativity.
Really?
And
interesting.
And I thought, why would I dream about an animal that we don't even have here, that I've never seen here, that I am unlikely to see? So yeah, it's just so interesting.
So I'm going to take a little bit of that, I think, or a brighter orange. And I want to kind of just smear some on here. I want to make a mess on it. So let's see. I would normally reach for this is paprika. That counts, right? Okay. Paprika. It's a nice little, that's a nice orange, right? Oh yeah, do they have ticks there in Scotland? Sorry, my camera's...
we do have ticks. I mean, I used to occasionally watch or look after a friend's dog when they went on holiday.
Uh-huh.
And they were saying, oh, watch out for the ticks. And I thought, well, I've never seen a tick. It's not going to be a problem. And the first night I took the dog, who was beautiful, I'm not going to say anything else, out for a walk, I came back and I was sitting petting her when we came back, and I thought, oh, that's a tick. So they had given me this little instrument thing that you could put in and pull the tick out, and I thought, I can't believe it. I have never seen a tick in my life.
They
before.
like dogs.
So yeah, I mean, I have fields around me. I live in quite a rural area, so there's fields, and between the actual kind of how would I call it? We have rights of way here, so paths you can walk along.
The rites of passage. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course she goes into the kind of longer grass, and it was like she picked up this tick and it was stuck in her and I had to pull it out. And so yeah, we do get ticks.
So only where there's trees though, right? Were there trees where you were walking? Because we only have ticks on the dry
there's
side of
trees,
the gate.
but it was open fields. So I think anywhere that there's
we don't have them like that here.
Fields. Yeah.
They're all of ours are like on the eastern side of the state where it's hot and desert like. And I actually got a tick on my head. Did I tell you guys that last fall when we went mushroom hunting, or last summer? Sorry, when we went to see if we could find morels the first time. Yeah, our ticks carry disease too, which is really scary because that thing was in my head. I forgot to even look for them. I used to live on that side and in the desert, and we knew we had to check for them. But over here on this side, we don't have ticks. So I totally forgot when we went over there that we should have checked each other for ticks when we got home. And it was like 2 days later, I feel, because we were walking through the trees, you know, and they were brushing over our hair and stuff, and it was really dry. It was clearly tick season. So I feel this, I have a mole on the back of my neck, and I thought, am I getting a weird mole on my head? What is happening right here? It was like in my hairline, behind, you know, at the back of my head, about an inch up. And I was like, I wanted to see if there was any feeling in it. And tick was not even a thought at that point still. I forgot all about them because we don't have them on this side. And I've been here for years now. So I stick my fingernail in it and I don't feel anything. And I'm like, oh my God, that is a tick. And I wiggled that thing out and then thought I probably should have had Bill do it. He was sleeping. Probably should have woke him up. Get this tick out of me. You know, and I had a little lump there and it itched for a long time afterwards. And I was looking up Lyme disease and all kinds of stuff, you know, like to make sure that I didn't have weird symptoms. Yeah.
So Sharon, what we get here is midges. Have you heard of the midges?
Oh yeah, you get the little bugs that bite you. And, oh yeah.
So we have the midges, and they are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you a few stories about the midges, but interestingly, or not, recently, I mean, I watch all the stuff about climate change, etc. We are now starting to get, and we've never had this, is mosquitoes. So mosquitoes that you would normally find in Europe.
Zika virus and stuff.
I'm not going to go off on a kind of dialogue about climate change, etc. But we are now starting to get,
Wow.
just because of climate change, the kind of mosquitoes are coming here. But anybody that goes to the kind of Highlands of Scotland or the west of Scotland will experience the midges.
I've
And
seen lots of shows where they talk about them and how awful they are, like walking shows, walking tours.
yeah,
Yeah.
but if you live in Scotland, then you expect the midges. I'd love to tell you a few stories about them, but it's kind of times where I went places with some important people, and went to things, and you could see them getting bitten, and
Oh, how awful.
it was funny in a sense. And next day, you just get these little. They're not so bad. I don't think they cause anybody any real harm other than a bit of irritation. But mosquitoes is a different thing.
Yeah, we have mosquitoes here. We don't have midges. I think they have the midges in Australia, don't they? Because I've heard people talk about them there too. Like they have a version of that. We don't have that. We have gnats, but the gnats don't bother us. They don't. I mean, they might if they're really thick. I remember living on the eastern side. We had the gnats bothering us. Like they'd get in our mouth and stuff. Just because they were so thick. They weren't trying to bite us, but the midges are trying to bite you, aren't they?
The midges just bite constantly.
Yeah. We have horseflies here,
They
and
come
we've
in
had them
swarms.
chase us away from beautiful waterfalls and stuff because we didn't have any bug stuff on us. And
Yeah.
I mean, like beautiful waterfalls we had hiked to with huge swimming pools, and we had to walk through a forest to get there, and there were so many horseflies, and they bit. There were so many. It was awful. I mean, and the water was super cold, or we would have just got in it. But they would have been biting our head. They were even biting the dog. It was terrible. Yeah.
Messy Palette says, Kylie, think yourself lucky. Our climate changes see the cane toads. I'm not sure what those are. And
you guys aren't supposed to have those.
Crocodiles moving down the coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It'd be
I
terrible.
will take midges any day. I don't mind the midges. Well, I'm saying I don't mind the midges. I'm not.
But you do.
I have been bitten to death by midges, but that's okay. I can survive that. But yeah. And Anne says she's had Lyme disease. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's an awful thing. Had a friend had it. Yeah, terrible.
I've known someone
Awful.
too, and he was like, it affected his brain. He was almost he was slow. And he had been that way. He was a friend's husband. Yeah, it was terrible.
Julie says she's never heard of midges. Honestly, Julie, I would say midges are very Scottish. If you've been here, you just have to accept it. They will bite you. You'll leave little red marks on your skin, but they're not going to kill you or anything like that.
Sandflies.
It's irritating, but yeah. We actually quite like the midges in a
you do
in a perverse sort of way. It's like come to Scotland, see midges. No, just come to Scotland, get the midges biting you. That's fine.
In a perverse sort of way,
Yeah, absolutely. There's worse things in life than the midges.
There are. Okay. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to do one last thing here before I pull another set of, how are you all doing? Who's doing this? And are you done with yours? Julie said something about sand fleas.
No, that's right, Anne. They don't very into you.
And Anne has had Lyme disease several times, and that sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. I know we discussed that in chat one time, didn't we?
That's why I'm kind of saying, midges, they're an irritation, but it's literally that they're an irritation, but they're not going to harm you to any great extent.
We do have mosquitoes here, but I think everybody has mosquitoes, don't they? They're everywhere, right? This is my...
So, hello to Kristen in North Carolina.
Hi, Kristen. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you. So this one's clogged. It's got my walnut powder and water in it, and it works great for when I use the Stabilo. It just keeps things dark because you know how it lightens up. But any sort of water brush will do. I'm looking for one that is not clogged. This is what I like these water brushes for. Honestly, I've got chicory in one. I should put rust water in one because I've got that downstairs. There we go.
Sharon, I love the fact that we're all chatting and you just carry on.
Oh, thanks. Well, there was a lot of me stopping and chatting at the beginning. So.
It's amazing. That page is amazing. The card is amazing.
Thank you. I feel like she is so special that she could be on anything and it would be amazing, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's all her. She did it, not me.
So anyone coming in, please give a thumbs up. If you're just in, give a thumbs up.
And one more thing here, because that's too light. I'm going to do the edges of that. So if we weren't on camera, I might sit and doodle on this more and like define some of my shapes just here and there, or give them a shadow, which, like one half would be black and the other half would be white, just with some markers around the, Oh yeah, I want to give, I'm trying to figure out how to make Mo an admin. We've been talking about it. Nature is rude sometimes, Anne. That is absolutely true. So I'm actually going to put that aside, but I would fiddle with it more. It could get some changes before I take a picture or not. It may get like a piece of washi tape right here, like a crown, like the edge of the crown, or, I'm not sure yet, but I really like it. And I think I used all of the collage stitches and orange. And I love that it's blue and orange. This looks like clouds up here almost. Yeah. Anyway, if the nuts fit. So if anybody knows how to do that, she said it's at the top, but I don't have 3 dots at the top. I have an edit button and end stream banner.
Sharon, maybe we can catch up later tomorrow on how to do that.
Okay. You know how?
Yeah.
Okay. We were trying to add her last time and realized we needed to do it while we were live.
No, I think there's another way, but I'll talk to you later about that.
Okay, yeah. That sounds great. Okay, so I'm done with that one. Do you guys ready to pick 3 more prompts? And I can't forget the last thing here, and that would be my little postcard stamp, or you could write postcard if you want. Got some weird things glued to the back, but I happen to have the stamp. Use the alphabet. If you've got alphabet stamps, that would work. Slugs are gross. You're right. I saw that. Accidentally stepped on a slug. I have a slug story from my childhood that I don't know if it formed the person that I am and made me love animals. I think. And I have felt guilty about it my entire life. And don't
tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was
Good.
with my male cousin. And we were at his house visiting here in Washington, and we lived in the desert in Oregon, and we went to visit, and he was running around there because they had all this property in the forest, and he was running around with a BB gun shooting slugs.
Mm.
And
Going
he
in
had
the wrong direction.
yeah, he had me join him, and I had never shot a BB gun or killed anything in my life. And I am such an animal lover and such a lover of nature, and feel like everything has its place, you know, like that's how I am now. I mean, I was then, but he talked me into this, and I was just trying to go along with him, but I was like 9, you know. So I feel guilty for something I did when I was 9, you know. Yeah, that's pretty sad. But I did kill some slugs with a BB gun at close range. Watch the guts pop out. Now I can't look at roadkill. I mean, we go by and I have to close my eyes. But I don't know how I did that when I was 9. I guess I was curious. There we go.
I think when you're 9, things are different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have a lot of snails and slugs in my garden.
Oh, I love snails.
I love snails. I totally love them. And one day sorry, is this okay to talk about this?
Well, oh yeah, go right ahead. We can talk about anything we want.
One day I was sitting watching a snail, and I watched it chomp on a rose leaf.
That would be fun to watch.
Favorite rose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, in a sense, it was meditative. And I watched the snail, and I could see it. I mean, it was translucent in its head and its body, and I watched it. And next day I said to a friend, and it's so funny now when I think about it, it will stick in my mind for as long as I live. I said, I watched this snail, and she said, you need to get a life. I said, well, no, actually, it was just, I watched this snail and it ate this rose leaf, one of my rose leaves, and she said, no, you need to get a life. And I went,
bye,
okay,
Lisa.
that's fine.
Sorry.
Anyway, I thought, is it, you know, and I thought, well, no, I actually, you know, for however long I sat and watched it. So I get lots of slugs in my garden. And
yeah, I find trails outside all the time. I like
the slugs less, and we had an instance recently, and I don't want to go into it in any detail, but
you go ahead and whatever you want to get into.
That's
fine.
I mean, I lost my dad almost a year ago, and we've been clearing some stuff up at my mum and dad's house. And my sister and I were doing this, and all of a sudden she let out this scream, and she said, oh my God, there's a slug on me. And I said, it's okay, I'll take it off. And I put it to the side and let it go. And yeah, I don't mind slugs. I mean, I don't mind snails.
I think everything has a place.
That they have a place in our ecology. I can't find the word just now.
I could easily be a vegetarian because I feel so sorry for the animals. Like I would never eat a rabbit. I would never eat a rabbit. I tried frog once, but it weirded me out too much, and it tasted aquatic, and I felt guilty. Yeah. And I feel guilty eating pork, though it is the cheapest, I think, in our area, and we do eat pork sometimes, and then I say I'm going to stop buying it, you know. But then I end up buying it again. I don't feel guilty eating chickens. Or fish. I never feel guilty about fish or anything that comes from the ocean.
It's so difficult, and I would never say to anybody, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's up to everyone.
Yeah. But in the garden, I let the slugs roam, I let the snails roam, and if one's in a place that it shouldn't be, or I feel it shouldn't be, I will move it on.
I am deciding. I pulled 3 slips, guys, and I know that we only have 15. How did the time go by so fast?
Oh, no.
We
Only
might go a
15
little bit
minutes.
long today, since it
Yeah.
took us a minute to get started. If that's good for you, Kylie.
Oh my goodness, Messy Palette AU. I was sleeping once and was woken by something on my face and touched it. It was huge and slimy. I turned instant ninja, turned the light on and found a huge green tree frog on my bed.
How beautiful, though.
Yeah.
I love frogs. But I don't think I would want to wake up with one on my face.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's that kind of.
Here's our prompts. Gifted, that means something that came in Happy Mail. If you can find something. Pigment, that would be a powder of some sort. And white. So if you want to work on that, that's what I'll be working on while we chat. While we are having this nice visit. It is a really nice visit, isn't it? And I did get some colors out here that I want to start with. I've got this from a new stamp that I got recently, and it's huge, and I was just checking it out. So I think I will start with that. What I should do is start with like gesso, so I can, because this stuff.
So Trisha's going.
Oh, Trish, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you and Evie are doing well. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. In the morning, probably. Okay, I'm going to use a different substrate. I'm going to find something else because I want to use something that will hold up to some water for the pigment, so that I can spray it. So I'm probably going to go to my little thing over here that has a little bit of texture on it. Find one that's pretty low in texture, and I can use that. My bin of textured items, I mean. So you've got the floor there.
So Julie said that she loves the trails that the snails leave behind. And isn't it so funny, Julie? So in my studio, every so often I see a silver trail that a snail has left behind. And or a slug. I don't know which. And, I'll go through in the morning and I'll see it and I think, where is it? And I don't see it. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, there is that silver trail that's there. And yeah.
I have purchased the snail goo for my face. But I felt weird every time I put it on because it's like a Korean beauty secret. And they don't hurt. No snails are hurt in the process. They collect all of the slime that snails leave behind. And there's actually some naturally occurring chemicals in it that are good for their skin and good for our skin.
Yeah.
So if you can swallow it, I mean, if you can take it and put that on your face, it is good for your skin.
I'm not going to sweep it off my carpet or floor, but yeah.
So yeah, go rub your face on the carpet, Kylie.
Yeah.
I can see it actually.
Yeah. Oh.
How do you get a job as a snail slime collector? Mo says. That sounds like a lovely job to me. I would like name all of them because I am such an animal lover. They would all have a name and I'd pet them and we'd be friends. I have to make friends with all the animals in my neighborhood. It's just my thing. Bill calls me Snow White. Yeah, I definitely want to be friends with a snail. I don't have that. Hey, Sherry. I'm glad you made it. We're going to go a little
Hi,
bit long.
Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
So I've got this and it's got a little texture on it for my texture bin, but it's very, very low. And I'm going to do some dry brushing on it with some white. And then we'll hit it with the pigment powders that I chose. Sorry, I have a squeaky chair. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use, this one is shiny though. I kind of want a chalky one, so I'm going to use my gesso. Well, I hope you all are writing these down and that you're going to use these prompts to make something real quick. It can be quick. It could be, I mean, I would put a timer on this game, but I'm the kind of person that gets a new game and hides the timer. I don't like timers. It gives me pressure and I feel gross. I can't do it. It stops me in my tracks. So just can't.
So, Sharon.
Yes.
People that are sitting doing this at home or might do it tomorrow, where do you want them to post it?
Well, you can post it and tag me so I can see it. You can either post it on Instagram and make sure to tag me because I won't see it if you don't tag hashtag Texture Junkies. And it was Postcard Crazy. So these are the postcards from the Edge that we are making. And Postcard Crazy was because that was long, was the hashtag that we decided on. And if you do that on Facebook, make sure and, tag me where you highlight my name so I can see it'll come up in my feed. And then I will know. And those of you that are in the private group that we created a while back for the Goddess book, you guys can post there. We just have like this private little core group that we've just kept it around. And we randomly share things with each other. I think you were part of that group when we did the journal, weren't you, Kylie?
Me?
Yeah, I think you were actually part of that group when we were actually doing the journal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people left after the journal was done. It was the Goddess Journal.
So, yeah, I mean, the point you raise is a good one. There's so much stuff on social media now. Make sure anything you do related to this. Sorry, I am.
You're
I've
okay.
been cutting grass for 2 days now, so I've got kind of hay fever with the grass mowings. So yeah, make sure you tag Sharon.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Yeah, and or tag
and then
me.
I can repost it.
Make sure, like. Yeah, and make sure you tag either of us.
Yes.
And we want to build a community here. It doesn't matter. It's Sharon's channel, Lisa's channel, my channel.
It's the tribe.
Creating a community where we can all be at one with each other.
Right. And the vibe, it really does matter, where your vibe attracts your tribe. And
yeah, it's about the vibe. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And no, you're fine. So I accidentally dumped a whole bunch there and I'm trying to figure out how to redistribute it.
Yeah. So yeah. Go ahead. Tag any of us. And yeah.
We've opted out of Kylie and I were talking about this yesterday. I used to have with my old channel and my old partner, we had a Facebook group. And it is a lot of work to update. So if you tag me, it'll show up on my feed, and that was enough, and I don't mind. I only use the Facebook now really for art and to see pictures of my grandkids, I'll use Messenger. So, I mean, I'll put all of my work on my main page because not everybody sees it anymore. I mean, it's not the place to go anymore socially. So you can also find me on TikTok.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm not on TikTok yet, but I may go there. But yeah, just you know where we are on the socials, so connect us,
Yeah.
link us. Sorry.
You're okay. I'm sorry that you're feeling
No,
allergies.
I cut grass all of yesterday and today, and I'm just feeling it now. But yeah, please connect us. I totally believe in Sharon and what she's doing and her
Aw.
art. So please, please, please do what you can to promote her.
Yeah, let's get to 920 so we can have that giveaway and the postcard swap too. Because we'll do the
Let's
crazy
get to
postcard swap.
1,000. Let's get to 1,000.
Yeah, that would
And
be great
you know,
too.
for if you get to 920, then everyone that's in the feed today, I'm going to send a postcard to.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's
All
so
you need to do
sweet.
is I don't know how we do it, but everyone that's in the feed today, pass it on, link Sharon, pass on Sharon. I will send you a postcard size.
Oh.
Message me wherever, email,
Tag her when you do it so that she
tag
knows.
me, so I
Yeah.
know, and I will send you a postcard size
That is so sweet.
mixed media page. But just pass on Sharon's details because she is so amazing. And
Oh.
I've said this to Sharon before that she should have more numbers than she has. So
Well, I'm a slow grower. I was never like trying to. It's hard for me to promote myself, I guess.
Sharon, it doesn't matter. I've got
Yeah.
numbers in terms of subscribers, but not in terms of viewers of videos. So, it doesn't matter. But, I am prepared to say today that anybody in this feed today, if you want something from me, I will send it to you.
That is just so sweet, you guys. Isn't she sweet? That's amazing. Oh, repeat the prompts. And we've got white, gifted, and that means something from a friend, something that was given to you, and pigment. And it could be anything that was given to you. It can be something your mom gave to you. It can be something, you can get crazy with that. So that's all I have done. I added the white so I could add the pigment, and that's going to be my substrate that I start with. And Kylie, I just don't know how to say enough, like the sweetest things that you have said and make my heart want to burst. So I can't take it. I would be blushing if you saw me, probably blushing. So I don't want to waste that good pigment. And I'm just going to pick it up, because it's there and I can't help it. So I'm going to look for a gifted item, and I think I know what I am looking for. I have something in mind, something that came in Happy Mail from Colleen. Or maybe, I think it was Colleen. Or I was going to say, or Anne. I'm pretty sure it was Colleen. If I can find it. It's been in here for ages and may have put the envelope away. Oh, I do have some stuff here from John David that would certainly go. Darn. Okay, so I have this moth that I've been looking at for quite a while in one of my bags, and I've used the other ones from Colleen, and I'm going to have to leave that one out, and we'll see if I can't find the moth. Thought it was in one of these bags, but I'm not seeing it. Where would it be? One more place to look. Let's see. Nope. with the butterflies.
Sharon, can I
Yes.
just interrupt? Eddie says, okay, now I want to see Kylie doing TikTok dance challenges.
I don't even do the dance challenge.
Eddie, watch the space. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna get her to join TikTok.
Yeah,
I've been talking to her about it.
Yeah,
I just love how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's easy to post a video there. It's, I'm not finding it, guys. So what I'm gonna do is use this other thing. See, this is how I did those boxes that were behind me at the beginning of the video. This is one of them that's in there. This one doesn't have a handle, but the rest of them I had put mismatched antique handles on every single one of them. And it's just cardboard. So I don't know where that went. Oh, darn. So I have these from Happy Mail from John David, and they are pretty cool. They are, if I can make them stand out on here, because they're transfers. And I'll probably put something white behind it. Got several here. Got a whole stack of stuff from him. Those are not from him. Okay. Let's see. So this is all from him, I think. Oh, there's the Queen that I often use anyway. There's some Virgin Marys. They're awful small for the scale for this. So I may have to put them on something like frame them. And oh, he sent me that. It doesn't match. It's got eyes in it. He sent me every single one of these things. That matches, but it's very Halloween. Let's see. I can usually reach for a bit of Happy Mail, but I need something flat. So Eddie can do a Frankie Boyle impression. I don't know who that is. Is it a drag queen? Been trying to share the PM Artist Studio store has a free printable for postcard backs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Sorry, we missed that. That actually matches. He's bigger than the others. He's weird. I like weird. You know, we're trying to do weird. He's a jester with a guitar or a minstrel. Is that what they were called? These are big, but they don't match. And they're very autumn. Here's a white piece of paper. Oh, well, here's a bigger queen. There's that. Oh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous, but she doesn't match. I kind of want some of the colors to be the same, or at least complementary. There's her. There's her. I think we found it right there. Because that's in my comfort zone, though. I don't know what my problem is. He knows what I like, and that's what he sent me. So he totally gets me. Oh, all right. So let's see. Well, I got a little goo on that, so I'll use a different one. But let's use her. My favorite Frankie joke is the one about the queen that got him canceled. Oh, it's a Scottish comedian. Oh, okay. And TikTok is just so easy. You know, Facebook has become a book. I saw somebody said earlier. Because we have so many groups and so many friends on there that we can't get through it all. And I'm one of those people that if I comment on one, I want to support everyone and comment on all of them. So I'll be there for hours. And I know it. TikTok, I could be there for hours and not feel like you don't feel like you have to leave a comment every time. It's somebody made a comparison. TikTok is the fun ant. That's what TikTok is. Does that make sense to anybody? The fun ant. You know, the ant that gets you drunk and lets you cuss. And I mean, it's not as strict over there, I guess you could say. And yeah, the fun ant. That's what it is. Just looking for a piece of white paper here I can put her on. That is an antique paper. I don't want to waste that. Let me see here. Could use. Sorry, guys. Would you agree, Eddie, that it's the fun ant as a TikToker? It's really easy to put a video up there. Really easy. For me, as a non-tech person, I find it very rewarding that I can pick out a video, pick out my pictures, put them in a, like a video, so they'll play one after the other, and it does it on its own, and then find a song, and suddenly I have, can't find a blank piece right now. Suddenly I have a video that's playing. I mean, I'm not a tech person, so it's really cool that it happens so quick over there for me. It's easy. I can also get through quite a few because none of the videos are like longer than 10 minutes or 2 minutes unless they're live. So you can get through quite a few videos. Bye, Diane. Thank you so much. I always comment on Facebook because I want to be supportive, and I have so many friends on there, and I just love everybody so much, and I want to be supportive. But I think she goes this way. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use some tape to put her down. And I like how, me and opposites, I like how this is sort of a grungy background with a PM Artist Studio stencil, by the way. I can't remember the name of it. And she's so proper, but they kind of match. I just did something to my keyboard. Knocked my batteries out. Just that, guys. That's what I get for putting it at my feet. As long as I don't run over it with my chair. You guys know I like opposites, so I'm gonna find a way to blend these together. The puzzle. That's what it was called. Yeah. Same on YouTube. I usually just leave an emoji. It's wonderful when people leave a comment on YouTube. That is a rare thing too, though. There are fewer comments than there are views, and while I understand that, because sometimes we'll put a video on and we're not at a place where we're on a keyboard because it's on our TV, or we're watching many and just letting it roll through, or they're on like our playlist. So it's harder to, I don't think this is going to work because it's going to show. I think I need the clear ones. This is not clear enough. It's just harder to get comments on YouTube, I think. See, these ones are really clear. Sorry, I have my squirrel brain on. Squirrel brain. Social media can take over. It can, absolutely. And I feel guilty when I'm not on Facebook much. Seriously, feel guilty. And I shouldn't, but I do. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I don't know where these came from, but I think they are double-sided stickers. So, and they're very clear. So let's see. I've got a little tab here. I thought the tab wasn't going to be connected somehow. Oh, I could do this all day. I'm going to have to get a pin out. I painted my nails and then I got them messy right away. That's what I get. Usually I just have paint on my hands, so yeah, on a good day. Yeah, I gotta use a pen. Where is one? Here. Okay, I know this is fun. This is like watching paint dry, isn't it? Watching me fight with a sticker back. Can't just glue it down. Why? See the edge? No. Oh my goodness. Goodness sakes. I know it's a sticker. It hates me. And I'm just really tearing it up at this point. Come on. Any suggestions? This is dumb. Why? This is like really clear though, so it's the one I want. And I'm going to give up and staple it on. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I can't glue it down. It'll show. And I did staple the one I made yesterday with Kylie that has the film strip on it. I stapled that one, which, okay. So let me cut it. I know we don't really send staples through the mail, but when we do our postcard swap, you guys, they'll be in an envelope. So, just keep it relatively flat. And these will be the last postcards from the edge in today's stream. Yeah, the sticker back fighting. It shows it's not just me that battles. I think we all do it. Thumbs up when I join. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that emoji comment is also helpful. So stapler. Let's see if I can. And then I'll cover it with something. Oh, I hate that. So like a piece of washi tape or, something. I guess I could have just used washi tape on it. I'm going to frame it. It's my plan. So do you guys want to know about the stencils I have coming out this month? I have a frame coming out and I'm pretty excited about it. And I hope that it gets made into a stamp as well. And those cattails that were promised. Long. Charmaine, hello. Okay. For some reason, this stapler keeps doing this. My little bunny stapler. And I'm pushing hard on it, so like every other one does that. Okay, so I'm going to also put a little something else behind her probably. I'll put some washi tape there. I wouldn't put any lace or fiber or anything like that on your postcard though. I would, staples would be about as big as you want it, or a really close texture is fine. So I'm not going to put her down yet. I'm going to decide what goes behind her, and it'll be something more plain because this is so busy and this is going to get more. So, and I know it will. So I'm just going to look for something that is kind of tones it down or pushes it back. And it's all cardstock stuff. Yeah. Might want a shape, actually. Like might have to cut it into a shape. Oh, this might be nice. It's just a stencil on some dictionary page. It's kind of matchy-matchy on that. Might be time for a rip strip. Right, guys? You know the rip strips?
Bring on the rip strips.
Yeah, Kylie made some rip strips, if you guys caught that. They're like ready-made frames, though. Hey, I could go really weird. I need something in a color, I think. Like a pop of color, like red, or even if I have to paint it. I'm digging. I don't use red very often. It's funny because it's one of my favorite colors. I used to have red all over my house, and I don't anymore. Like, I got rid of the red sofa and all the other red stuff. I have an idea. What if I just used like tickets and stuff and made kind of a thing behind her? Like in a cross, perhaps? And my tickets are right here. This is the numbers. We'll start from there. I should throw some of these in the package I'm going to be sending out for the drawing. I'll throw some extra goodies in. I love that. Let's see. It says 1903, which is completely opposite. This right here. Let's see. And then I'll do some with numbers. Usually when I do something that's got some mixed stuff like this, I will use numbers once or twice, and then I'll use letters once or twice, you know, but I try to spread it out, really. This just says no. And I know it stands for number, but I thought that was funny. No. No. Here's one of the ones I made. Okay, so that's that for that box. So because she's so feminine, it's nice to have this little bit of masculine behind her, I think. I also have this. Something kind of not a focal point or kind of goes with it. There's a bug. I don't know why he's in here. He was a gift. Doesn't match. I mean, it doesn't have to match perfectly, but no. All right. Well, I guess what I'm going to do with this is use some of my strips that I keep on my desk. You guys know about this box, right? So this is when they're too small for a rip strip. I throw little interesting bits in here. And they're usually in, you know, they're long and skinny, most of them. And they're tiny, like smaller than anything I would use normally. Hey, that one's cool. I like the music. I don't like the yellow. Just, they're good for little things like this. I'm starting to lose my words, guys. If you haven't noticed. I don't use scrapbook paper very often. That kind of goes with her. So I'm going to create a cross shape off to the side. I'm picking things that aren't too thick, really. Oh, I love this stuff, and I've hoarded it. As far as scrapbook paper goes, this is the bee's knees right here. I'm going to use I think this is the last I have of it. Oh. No. I got excited for a second. Did you hear? How you doing, Kylie? Kylie? Uh-oh, she got disconnected, you guys. Oh, Alice feels a nap coming on. Well, it is, you know, we have gone over today by 20 minutes, I think. And Kylie just got kicked out. So you know what, guys? I think that is a sign from the art gods to tell us that it is time to wrap it up. You guys are all so wonderful for being here. And let's thank Kylie for being such an awesome guest. And, you know, I'll pay her for all the stuff that she said, you know, later. You know, I promised to pay her later. So she was just, I'm kidding. She was absolutely fabulous. It was really fun playing with you guys today. And I hope that you come back. Don't forget, we're here the first and third Saturday of each month at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And send me a friend request so that you're sure to have those links when I post them on my page, on my Facebook page, and you'll get them. I usually post a couple times during the week. And I'm glad you made it for a few too, Charmaine. You'll have to go back and watch because we did some different things today. You know, there were little sections, but thank you again, Kylie. Thanks to all of you. And you have a beautiful weekend. Go make some magic. Thanks, guys.